It is season 2, episode 1 of the Rogue Shogunate Anime Podcast. Let's get into it. So what will we call it? The Rogue Shogunate Podcast? All right, fuck it. Rogue Shogunate Podcast. So let's get straight into 3 for the week.
Hey everybody, Clay / Realcurs / Levi here. My 3 of the week is new season hype. There's just a lot of shows to watch, a lot of new stuff. I've already dropped several shows as well, but that's just part of a new season. So new season hype is what I got.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Matt. My 3 for the week is going to be Let's Get It, because I'm really excited about this anime season. Basically the same as new season hype, but with a little twist. Darling in the Franxx is continuing, and so is Seven Deadly Sins, and we got a lot of stuff to watch this week.
Okay, that's a good 3 for the week. So my 3 for the week is Little Guys Beware. And that's just to say that with all these heavy hitters coming this season, I don't like the stuff that was popping off last season. I don't know if that'll be able to hold its own this season, but we'll see. Good luck, because these heavy hitters are coming in strong.
I've never seen a season this strong, but ones that I've seen that were close, there seems to be a lot of hidden gems like that fall to the ground because nobody watches them because they're too busy watching all the Shokugeki no Somas and the My Heroes and the Tokyo Ghouls. So if there is something that you can fit on your list, try to pick it up. There is a lot of good anime besides the heavy hitters this season. So let's get into anime of the week.
Go beyond!
All right, guys. So getting into anime of the week. This week it's gonna be Megalo Box. What an episode. Do you guys agree? Just before I start getting into it,
Basically, like, we talked about this before, but like I had no idea like this anime existed, so that's a great thing that you told me about it. But I'm looking at the cover art right now. It looks really steampunk. Like, the dude looks really gritty. It looks awesome, and it's got a high rating on my anime list. So I think this is gonna be a creeper.
yeah.
You say creeper?
Yeah, it's got. I think the show's gonna surprise a lot of people. There's something about the aesthetic of it, like that grittiness, that's really firing on all cylinders for me. But I know Lattimore said earlier that he didn't really like the grittiness to it as much as I did. But for like people that don't know or haven't seen anything, it's kind of like the feel to me, because it's a boxing anime. You gotta mention Hajime no Ippo. But it's got like a Blade Runner type of feel to it, maybe like a District 9 type of aesthetic to it. There's very clearly like a mega city, and then there's very clearly like slums, and the show is centered around this boxer who's been chronically having to throw fights in the slums, and he's got some real skill and he wants to let it loose, but there's too many people holding him down at the moment. So I don't know about it. I know that Lattimore watched the episode, but that ending, dude, that shit was incredible. Basically what happens is the main character throws the fight because he has to, and he's hella pissed off, so he gets on his motorcycle and he starts riding, and he goes into this restricted area road because they're making like this new fight stadium, and there's a new access road to it, and the owner of the stadium, like the people that are making the stadium, she's sitting on that road like talking to her associate about the stadium while this man's on his motorcycle riding at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and he's on the road, and he like wrecks his bike to avoid her because there's just people in the middle of the fucking road that he couldn't see. It's nighttime, and when he gets up, she hands him this card. She's like, look, if you call this number, everything will be reimbursed for you in full. Sorry, really sorry about that. This is a public access, not a public access road, blah blah blah. And he smacks that shit out of her hand. He's like, I don't need your charity. And the dude that she's with, little do you know, he's the current world champion, like Megalo boxing champion. And he's like, I don't know if they're lovers or what, like him and the girl, but there's something going on there. He called her owner. But anyways, he walks over and he's like, you better apologize. And he's like, main character's like, you want to make me apologize? Come over here and fight me. And they square up. And then the girl's like, no, come over here, let's leave. And they leave. He's like, as he's leaving, he's like, you're a well-trained dog, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, skip to the end of the episode. Man's ready to throw another fight, but he's telling his dad, he's like, I don't want to throw fights anymore. I'm a good boxer. I'm ready to start winning fights. I'm tired of throwing these fucking fights. And he's like, just throw a fight because it makes us a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. And this dude shows up in a hoodie. You don't know who he is. And he gets into the ring and takes that shit off. And everybody in the crowd is going crazy because this is like a slum, like underground amateur fight. Everyone's going nuts because they all recognize him as the current world champion, Megalo Box, heavyweight, whatever they call it. He's the champ. Everyone's going crazy for him. They're like, what the fuck are you doing here? He's like, I got a score to settle with this kid. And the dad comes up on the stage and he's like, whatever this brat said, don't fucking worry about him, blah, blah, blah. He's a piece of shit. Just leave him alone. And the kid, the MC, uppercuts his dad out the damn ring. He's like, get out of here. I got some shit to do. This man, me and this man got unfinished business. So they're standing there and people are like looking around like, what the fuck is going to happen? And they're like all looking at each other. And the boxer's like, I'm here to settle a score. And his gear starts turning on, but his shit, I'm sure you saw the cover. He's got like the main character's got like this hella junky outside looking gear. This man's got built-in integrated skin gear that's like literally his arms.
Yeah, he had some damn Cyclops juggernaut shit going on.
Yeah, and his shit starts turning on and they start squaring up and they're like, I guess we're letting this fight happen. So the ref just backs up and he's like, all right, let's do it. And then this shit, it gave me the goosebumps, but he goes, the boxing champion goes, yo, before I whoop your ass, basically, what's your real name? You wouldn't want your boxing name to be on your tombstone, would you? And mind you, this MC's name, as far as you know so far, is Junkyard Dog. That's what everyone's called him, is Junkyard Dog.
That's what he signed the paper with earlier, so
yeah.
He doesn't even go by a real name.
Yeah,
that's his persona. Is his whole identity is Junkyard Dog.
Yeah, so regardless of if he has a real name or what, we don't know that yet, but what his name is to us right now is Junkyard Dog. So the boxer says, what's your real name? You wouldn't want your boxing name to be on your tombstone, would you? And all the MC says back to him is, they don't have tombstones for stray dogs. And then the episode ends. They're about to fight. The episode ends right before the hype. Boy, that shit was so hard. I was stunned. He stunned me with that line. I would have lost that fight if I was in the ring with him. That shit was so good.
That gives me goosebumps, like just hearing about it.
Yeah, the MC is hard as fuck. Just to be like, you got the world. He's been getting told this is the world champ, and he's been nothing but throwing fights his whole life. But he's like, he says to his dad, you said I had real skill once, and I know you didn't believe it, but I believed it, and I believe in myself. And when that dude comes up, he has no fear in his heart. That dude comes up rolling up, like trying to intimidate him, and he's just like, they don't have tombstones for stray dogs. And he's ready, dude. This show is gonna be something special, dude. I can feel it.
What if he just loses the fight and that's the end of the show?
I honestly don't know where it's gonna go. Obviously he can't win, dude. That would be absurd, but I think he might do well enough to get a shot, because there's a tournament going on in the background of all of this, and that's like what sparks the show, I guess, is the Megalo tournament, world tournament, with a crazy amount of money to win. And I think he might get a shot out of this, but we'll see how it plays out. But you need to watch that episode if you haven't. This anime is going to be good.
I'm definitely checking that out. That sounds really good.
Are we ready to get into Hypergrid?
Yes, we are.
Do you really believe your own hype that much?
Oh my god! I am the hype!
Once again, I'm going to hype on Darling in the Franxx, but I mean, it's been just a good cohesive string of episodes so far. Good news for this episode, Zero Two actually is loyal to Hiro. I thought she wasn't loyal, but turns out what she meant by her first darling was the hero who had amnesia, and by finding him is basically making him remember they actually knew each other in the past.
Do you think that she knew that was him? Because when he brought that up about the book, she looked like, oh damn, that was you. Like I didn't think she knew that. I just thought she thought it was a different boy until he said that.
Dude, that's hard to say, because like That could be that, but then on in the same breath, it could be like, oh, you just forgot about me like everybody else did. That might be her mindset too. Dude, she's like the shape of water fish. Have you seen that?
No, why would I watch that?
Because I don't know, the girl does a fish. They fill up the room with water and then they go at it. So they mentioned something in the show during that episode. They said that the lower your number, the more suited you are to fight Klaxosaurs and the Frankses. 02 is the lowest number so far. Yeah, like where's the 01? So I'm maybe 01 is the final boss, or because he can't be a good guy.
You know who 01 is? Low key.
What? Do you have an idea?
I think it's Papa.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, he's gonna look. If you see him, there's some shit fucked up with his face. He was some kind of demon. He was some kind of something. So I think it's gonna be Papa, but I guess we'll see.
Oh wait, I forgot what Papa even looked like. I thought that was Dr. Franks.
Oh wait, is that Doctor? I thought that was the same dude.
No, but Papa and Dr. Franks are different, I think.
Oh well, I'm talking about whoever the little midget-looking dude that looks like the damn.
The dude who like groped the girl in the beginning.
That was experimenting on all of them when they went to the lab.
Well, we're gonna have to clear that up, basically.
I do appreciate that the plot is they're starting to like really get into the nitty gritty with like her and Hiro and their backstory. And there were a lot of cool moments in this one with them being children and him giving her the candy and her like busting a nut. And I don't know, I thought the episode was really good.
Yeah, there was even a part where like he's patting her on the head, and then you see like this ghost blue hand pat her on the head, and that's what she reacts to. So I'm just like, what the heck was that?
Yeah, there's some shit going on.
That's Ultra Instinct, bro.
Dude.
when you gotta use Ultra Instinct to love your kids, you might be the worst dad.
And then the book, I'm trying to figure out like why they even gave 02 that book, because like maybe their entire meeting, like her meeting Hiro, it was either planned out, because like why would they give her that book? Because like that book is like the perfect like symbol for like their relationship.
Yeah, I don't know. They dropped some hints for us, or some clues, if you will. But
yeah,
I don't know. There's a lot of questions, but there was a lot answered. I think they're just trying to keep the show going right now, heading into the juggernaut fight we got going on.
Yeah, it's about to get crazy. I mean, they left us on a cliffhanger. I mean, they're probably gonna win the fight after that, and then Hiro and 02 are probably gonna be like officially together because he remembers, or they're gonna be a lot closer.
Or Hiro might just die. Plot twist.
Dude, if he dies, that'd be cool. I'm just excited for the next episode, man.
Yeah, I am too. It's picking up.
Yeah.
But it picked up like 3 weeks ago, but it ain't putting it down. It's just keeping it going.
Is there a 01?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's me. What? No. But no, my hyper gripe is Lupin the Third. And yeah, that should turn. It was pretty good.
Isn't that show from like 1988?
I mean, they make a lot of adaptations of it.
Yeah, there's been I think 5 or 6 like shows in the series.
It's like Lupin the Night.
But I thought this was gonna be pretty good. I didn't know it was gonna be as good as the first episode was. I hope it keeps. But from the start of the first episode, it brought me back to the days of when I used to like wake up at like 4 a.m. on a school night to try to catch it on Adult Swim before I left. And it put me right back in that place. It had the classic Lupin the Third art style, but done in a way that doesn't look dated. It had the new feel to it, but you still recognize it as, oh shit, that's Lupin the Third. And still has all the jazzy OSTs going, the music's still bumping. And they did a really good job of explaining the show, or introducing the show in a way that welcomes the first timers, but at the same time doesn't feel like boring to like people like me who have seen all of them. And I think that there's a lot to show for that. That means they took the time to plan that out, because nobody wants to come into a show not knowing what's going on because it's the 5th season, but you also I don't want to see the same intro I've seen over and over. So they did a good job with that. And I'm excited to see if Lupin the Third can keep cooking the way it started with this first episode. I want to see if it can hold up against My Hero and Tokyo Ghoul and all those. And I don't think it can, to be honest, but I hope it's up there with it because I do have a soft spot in my heart for this show. So,
you feel like it's worth watching for the 5th time?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's the same universe, but a different story. So sort of like a Rush Hour or like a movies like that like, you know, they could have the same shit, but you're still going to enjoy it because it's different. It's in a different setting or there's some different qualities about it. So yeah, I do think it is worth watching. Like, I'm going to watch it and I think it's going to be hella good, but
yeah, like you don't need to have seen like the other seasons to like understand what's going on in this season, right?
Yeah, like you could pick it up.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, have you ever played a Phoenix Wright or anything like that? Oh, you probably haven't, but
yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, except like instead of like one episode, it's a whole season, I guess.
But yeah, that's my hype.
Okay, so I'll get into mine. My hype this week is going to be Tokyo Ghoul. I was disappointed after season 2. I thought it was shit. And before season 1 ever came out, and it was like on the Annie chart that season, whenever it was, I was mega hype. All I wanted to watch was Tokyo Ghoul. I thought it was like the coolest looking show in like years. I'm really into that aesthetic. You guys probably could tell from me watching Kokoku and Ito Junji last season. I like the horror type thriller setting, and Tokyo Ghoul hit the mark for me on that. And season 1 I thought was excellent. It had an excellent ending. It was super rushed, and that was the biggest knock on it. And then season 2, complete letdown. What season 3 is doing is picking up where season 1 left off. Season 2 was completely non-canon. Disregard it from your mind. Just put it in the mental shredder. Get rid of it. Season 1 into season 3, that looks like the layout that they're going for, essentially. So where we left off was Kaneki Ken getting tortured by Jason, and then, you know, flipping the script on him and then torturing him. And then there's a gap of what happened, but the way that we're going into season 3, I bet it's just going to reveal it. So it's like we're backlogging all the information in between. So essentially, if you haven't figured it out yet, you might be retarded, but Kaneki Ken is the main character, Hisei or whatever his name is, and he's just lost his memories. So at the end of the episode, when he's fighting the serpent, you can see him realize like, yo, I got to turn up on this guy. He's actually pretty serious. And then mentally, Kaneki Ken, old Kaneki Ken, like urges him to remember old Kaneki Ken, and then he breaks his finger, which is a callback to season 1. That I was hyped for the ending. I think it's going to be a lot better than season 2. I don't know how they're going to lay this out, but if they slow down, if they can just like, if the studio knows this time to slow down, it's going to be able to keep pace with My Hero and all the other shows that are out there this season, because it really is good enough to the source material for the show is really, really good. If they can ride closer to that than they have been in the past, it's gonna be really good. So that's my hype for the week, Tokyo Ghoul. If you're not watching it, try to go back, watch season 1, skip season 2, and then start season 3 so that you can catch up.
Yeah, I actually watched the first half of the first episode last night at like 4 a.m. But like I was so confused because I was also like really tired that I kind of like just stopped halfway. But since you're telling me that, I'm gonna have to give it another go.
Yeah, the ending was just enough of a taste because he's fighting someone that's actually pretty serious, and then he like takes a hit, his sword gets broken, and then in his mind you could tell it's a flashback. The old Kaneki Ken with the white hair is like, and the straight white hair is like walking up, and he said something about, I don't know, something about like remember me or something, and then
yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna let you control me or whatever.
Yeah. So he's clearly fighting something and also trying to remember it at the same time mentally. But then in real life, you can tell he knows he remembers something, because all it does is like do a close up on his hand and then he breaks his finger. Just like I don't know, I guess it's a harken back to the old Kaneki Ken when Kaneki Ken turns up, because this Kaneki Ken is nice as fuck. Old Kaneki Ken was on some kill everybody shit. So it was pretty good. I'm looking forward to see what they can do with it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the episode as well. I thought it had started hella slow. Like I was like, bro.
It was going slow,
and
but
then like the last 10 minutes it started turning up. That dude, first of all, why do you have the damn scorpion tail? I thought that shit was hella cool.
But you didn't think it was funny when the girl like walks up on the two ghouls and they're all talking about, let's settle it right here, and then she's like, I got a picture right here. And they're like, wait, you're 23? And then she's like eating all the food. I thought that was hella funny. But I thought it had a decent pace, but it did open where I was like, what is happening right now?
And especially compared to like the Tokyo Ghouls of the past, like all turning up on the first episode. Well, I guess the first one was the very first episode of the whole series was pretty slow until the girls tried to. I don't even remember what the fuck happened. I know it was.
Well, the first it's him literally describing how normal his life is. Like if he was the main character in a book, it'd be a terrible book, and blah 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 blah. And then when he meets Rise or Rise, whatever you want to say, then it starts to turn up. But after that, they had the damn pace of the song, the do 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 do. I don't know, it was too fast after that, but I hope they can find a better balance this time.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they're trying to fix what they messed up. So hopefully they learn their lesson.
We'll see it. Let's get into some Blast from the Past now.
Oh, yes, the past can't hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
All right, guys. So Blast from the Past, what we're going to be doing this week is telling you what shows we're going to watch, and then a little bit of information about them, and then kind of tell you the pace that we're going to be going so that you can follow along with us this season. I'll go ahead and start. I'm watching Mirai Nikki. It's a 24 episode show, so there's probably going to be a couple of weeks where I tell you guys to watch 3 episodes, but for the most part it'll just be 2 each week. So go ahead and make sure that you watch episode 1 and episode 2 this week. But basically the show is about a lonely high school student named Yuki for short, and he spends his days writing a diary on a cell phone while conversing with his 2 seemingly imaginary friends. One of them is the god of time and space, and Murmur, the god's servant. When he reveals himself to be an actual entity, that demon god dude basically gives Yuki a random future diary, which shows him the future based on the things that he does. The diary can change, obviously. But basically he ends up in a bloody battle royale with 11 other holders of a similarly powerful future diary. So it's basically a last man standing show, and Yuki accidentally turns up and kills one of the dudes in the first episode. So he got everybody he has a target on his back after the first episode because he's the first one to draw blood. So it's and he's a super meek kid, so it's pretty funny. Also real thriller, psychological action. This chick is the craziest fucking female in all of anime almost. She's a goddamn mess, but it's going to be a fun show. Watch episode 1 and 2, and then we'll talk about them next week. What do you guys got?
For me, I'm gonna go with something a bit more odd than the rest. The anime I'm gonna watch is called Princess Jellyfish. It's basically about this girl. Ever since she was small, she's been obsessed with jellyfish, and she would compare their tentacles to a princess's white dress. Now she lives with 5 other unemployed otaku women, and she's 19, and she's basically a social outcast, but she dreams about becoming an illustrator. One day, a beautiful woman helps her save a jellyfish in a local pet store, and then that woman starts to visit her apartment a lot more often, and then she's really like charismatic and everything, so she kind of like brings her on all these like little adventures with her, and then you also find out that she's actually a PA and he's a drag queen.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So watch Princess Jellyfish.
Wait, the jellyfish girl, the drag queen?
No.
The beautiful girl that helped.
Oh my god.
It's like reverse Hakata Tenkotsu Ramen.
Yeah.
Mama's secretly girl.
You know what? I'm gonna watch this with you just because it sounds so crazy. I'm gonna watch this shit with you, and I'm gonna roast your ass.
I mean, my girlfriend really liked it, so I'm probably gonna watch it with her.
Aww.
Yeah. I was deciding between that and this horror anime called Higurashi, which I may watch alongside this too, because I really liked the anime. It's really, really good horror anime.
How long is Princess Jellyfish, and what pace are you gonna watch it at?
1 episode a week. It's only 11 episodes long. Really short.
Cool. You guys heard the man. 11 episodes a week. Watch episode 1 and hit He'll be talking about it next week.
We're gonna get fishy next week.
Hey.
So what do you got left?
So for my blast from the past, I'm coming at you with a action adventure, comedy, drama, sci-fi, space and time western.
Let's go,
boy. Nah, if you've seen old anime, you'd probably just from those genres have figured out that I'm gonna be bringing you guys Cowboy Bebop. So this is a 26 episode anime. So I'll probably be watching 2 to 3 a week. Probably start off with, actually this week I'll watch 2 and probably pick up to 3 maybe in the middle. So for just a small synopsis, we got in the year 2071, humanity has colonized several of the planets and moons of the solar system, leaving the now uninhabitable surface of planet Earth behind. The inner solar system police attempts to keep peace in the galaxy, aided in part by outlaw bounty hunters, referred to as cowboys. The ragtag team aboard the spaceship Bebop are 2 such individuals. So that's just, I'm not going to go hella into detail because you're going to be watching it, but it's hella good. It's a very, very high rated show, 8.81 on my anime list. So
yeah, one of the goats.
Yeah, watch this with me and you'll understand why this is one of the original like top tier anime when people start listening old school anime. So let's get it. Come along for the ride.
So 2 this week, right?
Yeah, 2 episodes this week, and it's gonna be bleak. What? Nah, but yeah, 2 episodes a week, or this week.
All right. So there you guys have it. That is all we got for this week. We got any closing statements real quick?
I just want to remind you guys to take a look at our guide to the spring 2018 anime season. There's the obvious good shows that you know about and that you're gonna watch, but go to the bottom of the list and pick up a few of the bad, or not the bad ones, but pick up a few of the lesser known ones just to see if you like it. Because like we said earlier, there are a lot of gems that get thrown to the wayside or just lost in the shuffle because of how much good there is this season. So yeah, do that. Remember to follow us on our website, Facebook, Instagram. The YouTube will launch this week as well, so follow or subscribe on that. We got a lot of content coming for you, so
yeah, tune into the live streams on Thursday.
Oh boy, we about to get litty.
We'll be on Twitch, twitch.tv/realkers and twitch.tv//rs_lat. We will be streaming some Fortnite Thursday evening, so be on the lookout for that.
And if you are coming from this, go in the chat and type, "You all sent me here."
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. But hopefully we see you guys there.
Remember to watch your blast from the past episodes. We will not be slowing down. So with that, get out there and watch some shit.
Peace.
No, but for real, get out there and watch some shit. For my closing statement, I just want to remind you guys to take a look at our spring 2018 guide. To take a look at our guide to spring to take a look. I don't know why I can't think of how I said it.
To take the look.